Okay, good morning. It's Renee up again before the crack of. ah! Too early for me, people. But I guess I am going to bed a little earlier. It's my body saying, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to sleep 2 more hours. So my bladder kicks in. Getting ready to go to a coffee shop here in a second. So I thought I would check in and tell you. So after I left the lady's house yesterday, I had gone to another coffee shop again to empty my bladder. I think this should be called the Adventures of the Bladder. So anyway, I went in for a while. I didn't want to spend hardly anything. I just wanted to empty my bladder. But so I got something that I pretty much couldn't do without. I got a green juice, a green smoothie. So I sat and drank it and played on my phone for a little bit, and then I came outside here into the car, and I did some more things on the internet for a while, and then I started trying to get out of the space, which by then the whole parking lot was full of people. And as we might have mentioned before, me in the van, Blueberry, getting out of tight spaces is not my thing right now. So I backed up, forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards, and then I'd wait and stop because I'd get frustrated. And it's like, I knew better. Where I parked was kind of near the curb. And so my head and my brain, I have a song about that. Liar, liar, your mind. Check it out. My brain was saying, you're going to run into the curb. You're going to run into that curb. And for some reason I was listening. But I said, no, I can do this. So I'd get frustrated and I would stop and just play on the phone again because I was like, I can do it. It's just getting into my head that I'm going to run into it. Now, I've kissed some curbs lately, and I can't get these tires out of alignment. So I thought, well, if the car beside me would move, I would be fine because I can quickly, scooch over a little to their spot and have plenty of room. I just needed a little more space. And so eventually the car didn't move. They apparently were eating for 10, taking forever, or they may have been on their laptop. I don't know. I don't really care. But eventually I did figure out a way to get out. Just turning the wheels. Yes, I know. It's okay. Like Ralph Smart says, it's okay. So anyway, I moved from that section over to the beading store because I was working on my earrings for the art walk last night. So I went in and grabbed a couple things I needed, and I sat in the car for a little while longer, just kind of waiting, trying to decide how I wanted to organize things so that I wasn't wasting gas, which is very important right now. So, did I tell you I got gas? Oh yeah, I got some gas. It lasted about a day. Yeah, a day. With the stop signs and up and down the hills. Kind of scary. So, okay, maybe it was 2 days. It felt like a day. So anyway, I finally decided to go downtown. I needed to get some water. I can get my jug refilled for 39 cents. So that was kind of on the way to where I was going to go, which was on this part of town in the historical district. And so I stopped there, got some water, tried to get some change. But when I went to Rite Aid, I was going to go in and grab something that I needed to be able to get change. And I looked around the whole store. I only had 24 minutes on the meter because at the time I didn't have a lot of meter change. So I'm rushing around trying to find something that I really, really needed to spend my money on in order to get change. And there just wasn't anything in Rite Aid that I really needed. So I ended up leaving and I just wasted that 30 cents on the meter. So then I got back in the car, and I guess that's actually when I went to get the water, but anyway, it's the same area. I was needing a tablecloth for the event last night, and I figured I could pick one up at this local thrift store. Now, I've been going to the thrift store for a while, talking to the lady, etc. And recently, I've been taking her little clothes from my cleaning things out, and I just give them to her, no big deal, because I thought, well, how do I say this? We're building a friendship, I believe. And I figured, the other store doesn't really take them where they resell them because they're very much into trending of the moment items. They didn't always take things that I have. So I've just been taking her things. And so, and maybe this isn't relevant to what happened, okay? But I got in there and I found the tablecloth I wanted, but it was less than she allows for charge. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something else I can get to make it go to the amount. So I'm in there kind of looking, but it's kind of like in my mind, you know how you get in your head, kind of like, oh my gosh, do we not mean anything to each other? But I understand her idea with the percentage and everything. But my mind is like, she can't let you, do this because you're friends, And so I was fighting this urge to be really kind of pissed, okay? Or am I supposed to say that word? Ticked off? Sorry. And so I'm in there in the room thinking, is there anything else I need? Is there anything else that I can get for the extra couple bucks? And, I'm like scripping with pennies. And so part of me is like, again, oh my gosh, this is kind of annoying. So after a while, it wasn't happening. And I just felt myself, having an attitude. And so I just said, I said, no, it's fine. I'm just not going to get it. And I just walked out. And so, I mean, I think I played it kind of cool. Like I wasn't really mad. It's just that I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't going to add extra money to buy something when I only wanted one item. It's what I meant. But by the time I got to the car, I was so upset. And again, the mind. I mean, it just like made it into such a big deal. And so I was in the car, blah, 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 to Blueberry. Blueberry, they treated me so badly. I can't believe she, made it such a big deal. Anyway. And then I just kind of like, whatever. It's just like, we just won't have a tablecloth. So anyway, I went to the area I knew where I was going to be because I had to be there anyway. And, again, I just did things on the computer. I worked on some jewelry and eventually I needed to go and do the thing. Go to the art walk. And so, I got there and we were, it was where I work. So, my boss was there and it's a couple, 2 or 3 artists. We actually had a really good time last night. And I ended up sitting at a table with the guy, and I see this is getting really long. I might have to do another one. Okay, let me just come back.